Hello and welcome to FinTech Focus TV with me, Toby, and delighted to be joined today from Rich Wagner from Cashplus. Good to see you.
Nice meeting you.
How are you?
Yeah, very good.
Excellent. So look, listen, congratulations. You have been included on the definitive list of the 100 most influential FinTechs for 2018 in the Financial Technologist magazine. Great achievement. Well done.
Yeah, thank you very much. Very well. Excited and by myself being shortlisted in that. The organization is extremely excited. We believe well-deserved, and very excited to be here to talk more about Cashplus and our journey over the last 13 years.
Well, listen, let's start with that. Tell us a little bit more about Cashplus.
Well, thank you very much. Well, for the last 13 years, we've been challenging the digital banks of the world, and certainly we have decided to now move into becoming a bank ourselves with an application with the regulatory community. We really do believe that we have a proven, established, and profitable solution that is a win for both the consumer, the SME, and for our shareholders to drive new innovation in this banking environment.
Yeah, and it is one of the most exciting things. If you look through this, one of the common themes is this change to the banking scene at the moment. Tell us a little bit more about what you think is happening in that sort of space. Well,
I think customers have been fed up with the status quo, the established banks, the speed at which you can get a bank account these days. I came into this country 13 years ago, and it took me nearly 3 months to get a bank account personally.
Yeah.
When I established Cashplus, it took over a week and literally 3 days with a personal banker to establish my banking credentials within the financial community. And I didn't have time for that. And CEOs and FDs who are in this environment starting up their businesses, the last thing they want to think about is their bank. And in fact, we're getting into this so that we become less friction and give them an easier, simple way to conduct their businesses for themselves and make them more accountable to making money rather than worrying about their banking relationship.
Well, that sort of user experience has been a massive feature of this whole thing. And if you look at a number of the different companies, a common theme, be it in digital banking or any of the other sort of areas, blockchain or crypto, whatever we're looking at, the whole thing is about making it easier for the consumer, right?
Yeah.
Why do you think this has been? Is it just digital evolution that's allowed that to happen, or is it just a sea change in opinion?
Well, I think you've got the new demographic, the millennials everybody's talk about, and really the digitally native now that are coming into the forefront, where the hygiene factor is digital, the hygiene factor is mobile, and we like it, even being an old banker myself, because if I can actually acquire and service those customers via these channels, it's lower cost for me, and I can pass on that lower cost into savings and more affordable banking solutions for those individuals. So we all win within that ecosystem.
Yeah, yeah. And I guess that's a feature we discussed. When we brought the judging panel together, and as you know, there were companies there like Lloyds, EY, Baringa, Innovate Finance, a real strong group of companies who were there talking about it. And it was difficult to take this list down to 100, let alone the 2,000 odd that we started with. For you guys to have featured so prominently within that, why do you think we and the judges were so impressed with Cashplus?
Well, hopefully it was a combination of things. One, a lot of people don't see us as a digital bank because we kind of grew up over the last 13 years. So we're kind of like the old timers within FinTech.
Yeah.
But if you go onto the Apple Store or onto Google Play and look at our mobile ratings, our ratings are actually higher than many of the digital challengers. And what we've done is provide a much more holistic solution to our mobile and digital offering, which I think is something that has to happen. We've just had the luxury of having 13 years to deliver that holistic solution.
Yeah.
And more importantly, we're financiers at heart and bankers at heart. And we have to make sure that we have a sustainable economic model going forward. And we believe that we have a financial solution and a profitable way of providing solutions to customers that allow us to be profitable.
Yeah.
Many people in this list are not yet profitable, not yet proven. They have a lot of cool technologies, but I think we've bridged the gap of a cool digital enablement for end users and a profitable solution that rewards both our shareholder and our customers, knowing that we're going to be around for the next 20 years.
Yeah, I think that's so underrated sometimes, isn't it? When you look at it and think, there's so many interesting and innovative companies, but built to last or built to be great is a very different sort of proposition. And I love that. So, you mentioned the old timers of the
Yes, we are definitely the founding fathers of fintech.
But I love that sort of expression, because I think that sort of longevity is a really important piece for people to look at. And when we were looking at the list, yes, there's a lot of cool technology and a lot of cool things, but we were trying to look at things there which is about the consumer in mind, the longevity, the profitability, the opportunity to be really have a strong platform for growth and enablement. So it's obviously doing the right sort of things there in it as well.
Yes.
Digital banking, obviously, a boom area at the moment. What else do you think is happening in the market in 2018?
Well, I don't think you can have an interview, or at least I've not had an interview, without talking about PSD2 and open banking. The ability to provide even wider solutions to customers, even if the provider isn't a bank, and opening up those data sources to really reinvent the banking industry for both SMEs and consumers, I think is really the next big thing. People talked about the revolution. It became effective in January of this year. You didn't see much movement, but there's a lot of background activity in our company included that will really revolutionize the way people bank and the way they move money in the future. Yeah,
no, I absolutely agree with that. And what about you guys? What's coming next for you?
Well, I think the banking license is core foundation to what we're looking to do, and we're really excited about working with the regulator. And I do mean the word excited, because I think with that proven...
They're not often a common grouping, are they?
No, they're not. But I've always stated in many conferences and stuff, I do think the regulators are one of the most innovative anywhere in Europe, anywhere in the world. The UK really has a spot of innovativeness, and we want to basically complement that with a lot of interesting and future innovation in our own platform. We're going for direct access into faster payments, providing payments 24/7, but it's more about using technology like geolocation and like categorizations within transactions to enrich your banking experience. Make it almost fun to bank as opposed to making it a necessary need to have. So absolutely. We're very excited about that future for us as Cashplus.
It's interesting you talk there about the whole climate of UK and London fintech, and I think it's a very interesting. We've got, as you say, a regulatory environment that sort of, I guess, prompts innovation and growth in UK fintech. You've got a government that's very supportive of UK fintech. But we have some storm clouds potentially on the horizon, don't we? Macroeconomically, politically, with Brexit, etc., etc. How do you think that sort of stuff will have an impact, or do you think it will?
Well, I don't think you can say that Brexit won't have an impact. I mean, we're very fortunate as Cashplus. There is, 60 million individuals in the UK, a huge number of overlooked consumers and SMEs that are in this space that really need banking solutions. I mean, we are growing at 50% compounded annual growth rate just in this country alone. And I think economically, as much as I'm not a proponent of Brexit, I believe Britain and the wider English community is ripe for success for these types of products that we're offering in the market today. That's not said that I think there are some European opportunities, but because we are so focused in the domestic market, we're really excited to providing that while others get distracted with some of these macro political issues that are going on today.
Yeah. And do you feel like a change in government could almost be a greater impact on that?
Well, I would hope so. And I'm a big fan of a soft Brexit and allowing passporting to happen. I really do believe that having financial institutions, it's not about us being able to offer products in Europe, but let's talk about providing a better solution for consumers and business as a whole. How about all the European banks that need to operate in the UK? And I think we as Cashplus have an obligation to the industry to allow a level playing field and allow competition, to allow you as a consumer and your business to survive in this environment. And that's something that we like to play a part in, that we're not just a company leader in this industry, but really play and lead from the front to provide industry innovation where we all can benefit.
Yeah. Well, Rich, you and Cashplus are doing an absolutely extraordinary job. Well done, and keep it going. And here's to the very best of luck for the year ahead.
All right, great. Thank you very much.
And thanks to all of you guys for watching. We hope you've enjoyed it. Please do get in touch with Rich and the team should there be further interest. And we shall see you very soon on another episode of FinTech Focus TV. Thank you very much.